Tome Travelers. I am your guide, Erica, and I'm trying to be a little soft-spoken because it's late and everybody's sleeping. So, hi. I am doing my end of the year book tag. Everybody's doing it. I'm a little behind because I'm redoing it. So, let's get started. I got my questions on a notepad. Haha. I'm trying to move my phone somewhere. Question 1. Let me sit up properly. I look crooked. So, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes. Our Hearts Will Burn Us Down by Anne Valentine, but I'm thinking about DNFing it. It's not vibing. It's in a narrative, like some weird first or third person. I looked it up. I didn't like it. I tried with it, and now that it's December, I really don't want to go back. I don't. So I'm not sure if I will. But if I do, this is the last book I want to read. Put that over here. But I definitely want to finish the next two. The Bedside and Bathtub Armchair Comparison to Dracula by Mark Dowdzik. This is very interesting, but because I started this in October and then I'm doing the Believe-a-thon, so I may have maybe 1 or 2 books just to finish from the Believe-a-thon. I'm trying not to. I'm almost done. There's 2 books I'm in the middle of. I'm more than halfway through both of them. One's more interesting than the other, but the other one's still really good, and they're both a Rick Riordan Presents. I wonder what that was. I thought there was thunder. No, it's a semi-truck going by or whatever. And of course, Dracula by Bram Stoker. I don't think I'm halfway through, but I am enjoying it. I really am. If I DNF what I think I am, then I'm definitely going to read those 2 and finish them. And if I finish those, then I'll read this. Although I didn't start it, but I'd like to at least do it. Ugh, my glasses. I gotta clean them because my hair just made a mark. But I'd like to do Conceal Don't Fail by Jen Kalanita, Twisted Tale on the Frozen Sisters. So it says, what if Anna, I know it's backwards, can you read that? What if Anna and Elsa never knew each other? I can read backwards, can you? I can also read upside down. And learned to do that since I was a little girl. So those are most of the books I want to get to. So do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? No. Maybe color-wise. But I kind of don't like that question because I'm a mood reader. And because I like horror. And usually I read horror around October a lot more than other times. But I'm always in the mood for a good scare me book. Even just like we call screepy books. Scary and creepy. I mean, I guess, if you want to consider this, but I would have read this before December anyways. Actually, I would have read this in the summer. I don't. I just, whatever's the mood. I don't read Christmas books around Christmas. I right now I've had a love-hate relationship with Christmas for a good 11 years. Because a certain person in my life passed, and he truly enjoyed Christmas. He embodied Christmas, and so it's not the same. And then there's been other factors in my life that have kind of made me a little bit of a Scrooge. I don't care for it, but I make sure everybody else, like my boys, totally enjoy it. Other than that, no. That's why I'm like, I don't really read too much in the way of Christmas. I don't like Christmas movies except for the ones that I've already loved as a child. Like, my favorite is A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. It's my favorite always. And of course, the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. And some of the old ones. You know, some of the classics. And Christmas music is a no-go. Because certain Christmas music just, I can't handle. I get too emotional and I'm like, turn it off, please. So, I can't wait till the end of this year, really. Looking forward to it. I think most of us are. But I don't. I really don't. This question. So number 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? Off the top of my head, that's coming out very soon is The Cousins. By, I know her last name is McManus, and she wrote One of Us is Next and One of Us is Lying, and check that out in my November book haul. I'll even get up here, and probably at the end of this video, but those are the ones that I know she's coming out with The Cousins. I know there's another book, 2 books, I forget what they are. I'm remembering other ones that I'm really excited for that are next year and not next month. So that's the only one I can think off the top of my head. So number 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I just showed you. Dracula, Conceal, Don't Feel, and The Bedside Bathtub and Armchair Companion to Dracula. So those 3. Mainly the Dracula books. Then that. I really don't think I'm going to read Our Hearts Will Burn Us Down by Anne Valentine. I mean, it's a great concept, and that's what I wanted me to keep going. But I kind of skimmed a little more just to see. I don't think there's a real answer at the end of that book. And more stuff happens, and if there's no real answer, then I'm like, maybe it's a good thing I'm not finishing this book. Nothing against the writer or anything. I really do like the concept of this book. It's just, the way it's written is weird. The narrative, whatever person it's in. No quotation marks. None. I don't know if they're thinking it, if they're saying it, or what. I don't like that. That makes me mad. I think it's the grammar witch in me that just says, you have to have quotation marks, or it has to be italics so I know that they're dreaming or they're thinking. Grammar witch, grammar queen, whatever, I'm weird. Some things just, I don't know. So those are the books. And one that may or may not, I don't think I'm going to read that. Okay, number 5. Is there a book you think that could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? No. City of Brass is the favorite of the year and is on the favorite of my favorite all-time list of books that I totally love and would take on a deserted island with me. Or save, if I had to save so many books in a fire, then that's one of them. Way up there. It's Catching the Phantom of the Opera, or has surpassed it. And I mean The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. Okay, so number 6. Have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Yeah, plenty. I have, if you look at my November book haul, I bought a planner. That's going to be for certain things. For like that I'm not going to put in my reading bullet journal. That is just for certain things that I want to keep separate in a different planner, because I think that planner will help me better than taking all this time to make all these different spreads for whatever, where that has stuff that is already in there and I can do, or I can concentrate on my reading bullet journal being something different. I also just started using Let's Read spreadsheet. Now there's 2 channels that have Let's Read. I know this. I subscribed to the first Let's Read a long time ago, and he does true subscriber stories. Sometimes there's creepypastas. Check him out. I love his voice. He's a very good narrator. The other Let's Read is the one that has the spreadsheet. And I'm subscribed to him, so he only has the 2020 out. I don't think he's doing a 2021. I haven't seen one, but I'm using his 2020 and just making it 2021. It's customizable that way. And I'm going to start using that. I'm going to start adding stuff. I don't know why. I like to be super organized. And I've got apps that keep track of what I've read, what I'm currently reading, besides Goodreads. I have 2 apps for that. One is called Read More. That's on the tablet. And this one's called Bookshelf. That keeps track. But I have another app. I'd show it to you, but I've got a picture of my boys on here, so no. I have an app called My Library, where all it does is keep track of all the books that I have, and then I can separate it by read or unread. I have it organized that it's by author. Last name is first. So if it's Mitch Album, then album, and then after that or before that. And I don't know if that's how I organize it. I don't know if it's done by, after that, organized by the title of the book, but I don't, or it might go by year of publication. That's a word. Publication. When it was published. But I keep it in that way. And I'm going to remove that book if I've DNF'd it and take it off the shelf. So I'm thinking of doing that. And that means I no longer have that book. So I have one less book on my shelf to read. I have, if I take that off, in total, I have 518 books then. That's not to read. That's the total of my library. That's how many books I actually have, except for the books that are downstairs in my tub, that are my young adult books that have not been put into the library. And I may not, because I might just keep those books separate. I don't know yet. In all, I have really 300 something books to read. So, I haven't even read half of my shelf yet, my library yet. And I'm going to acquire more. And I'm reading library books on top of that. But I'm enjoying certain library books that I'll buy and have to own. And some I may give to my children because I'm reading middle grade and I'm enjoying it. And I'm like, ooh, if I like it, then I can maybe pass to my children who might like it themselves. But they can't have my lemony snickets. No. Those are mine. They don't make those covers anymore. Where is it? I put it away. Or else I'd show you. Maybe in the November wrap-up. But other than that, I'm also thinking of TBR games. Yes, TBR games. I have one that's not unique. But I want to do it myself. That I at least read one book a month from my book of the month. I am so far behind with those books. I have so many books to read from book of the month. Whether I acquired it from book of the month, or actually some of them that I've gotten were book of the month. So I'm like, that counts in my opinion. Then I'm thinking of a different couple of TBR games. I gotta look into it and see what I can do. And then of course, readathons that I've made up, or readathons, challenges, whatever, that I've made up that I want to incorporate. And then there's others that I want to do. Like, I want to do the A to Z, the alphabet one, where you try to read books by title. Like if it was Dracula, it would be under D. Or if I already had a D and I didn't have maybe an S, I'd do Stoker. I think that's how you can do it. You can do it by the title or the author. But here's my thing. If you're going to do it by title, the A and the should not count. Like the Dracula, whatever, if it was called that. shouldn't go by T. It should go by D, by Dracula. That's only my opinion, but I gotta look at those rules. And then there was another one on Storygraph. Please, you guys, try out Storygraph. It's pretty cool. And I think they're going to try to make themselves like a Goodreads and a better version of it. But I'm using both right now. I'm having fun playing with both. So that's really good. Oh, quick mention. If I can get to it. On my Goodreads. I wasn't able to incorporate this in my November book haul. There we go. But I acquired an ebook, my second ebook, from Goodreads. They have these giveaways, and I haven't won a physical one yet, but this is my second ebook that I've won, and it's called The Girl Behind the Wall, Edgar Allan Poe, The Girl and the Mysterious Raven Murders. So, I guess it's a Clay Control mystery adventure, and it's the number 3. So I'll have to look at the first one. But this, wow. Oh, Lost Treasure must be the first one. Killer Fog. The Veil of Mistshrouds, A Deadly Conspiracy. But the third one is this one. I like Edgar Allan Poe, so it could probably be a standalone. But here's what it says. Did Edgar Allan Poe know more about murder than he revealed in his bizarre stories of murder and mayhem? Was he in fact guilty of killing a girlfriend in a fit of rage many years before he became famous? Bruce Weddertro's taut thriller, because this is by Bruce Weddertro. Oh God, I'm butchering the last name. Taut thriller weaves a murder mystery worthy of Poe himself as it follows Poe through actual events in the last months of his life. The year 1849 saw the real-life Poe dealing with his alcoholism, failing health, poverty, and painful memories of his recently deceased child bride wife, who, by the way, was his cousin. I believe first cousin. His life had become a psychological pressure cooker with severe anxiety attacks and bouts of strange hallucinations. The Girl Behind the Wall opens in early 1849. Poe is being tormented by frightening visions about murdering Annabel Lee while he was a student at the University of Virginia. Afraid of the hangman's noose, Poe knows he can never tell anyone about the repressed memories haunting him. But a newspaper reporter named Sam Reynolds has overheard him talking erratically about Annabel while in a drunken stupor. That a man as famous as Poe could be a murderer would be the scoop of a lifetime, and Reynolds would do anything to get it. Flash, because it says that, flash forward nearly 200 years to the present. The book's hero, Clay Cantrell, accidentally uncovers damning evidence, Annabel's skeleton and a locket from Poe, behind an old brick wall at the university. While the mystery of Annabel's murder and Poe's strange visions unfolds in flashbacks, Cantrell and friends launch a search of their own for the truth about Annabel's death, but another murder mystery much closer to home overtakes them when a cold-blooded serial killer named the Raven claims his first victim, a UVA co-ed. Obsessed with Poe, the Raven stages his murders with clever ties to Poe's works. Clay tries to stop the murders and soon winds up in the Raven's crosshairs, though this isn't the first vicious killer Clay, an ex-Army Ranger, has fought. He doesn't know the Raven has a diabolical plan to execute him. Will Poe finally reveal the truth about Annabel, or will he take the secret to his grave? Can Clay escape the Raven's plot, find what drives the Raven's murderous obsession with Poe, and at last answer the question, who killed Annabel Lee? So, yeah, that's what that's about. I thought that very interesting. I didn't know it was the third in the series, but that's okay. I could probably read that with no problem. So I'm excited to read that. I forgot all about it when I did my November book haul. I'm so bad. So, that does it. And look forward to more videos from me in 2021. So I hope you will look at the links down in the description. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe. I try to film during the week, and I try to upload during the weekend, and sporadically, well, if I have more than one, I try to get it out on the weekend, at least by Sunday, and the rest I try to do throughout the week. So, It's difficult, but I try. It's been a rough month. So other than that, I hope you are having a fabulous day, evening, afternoon, night. I will see you guys in the next one. And just please be safe, be blessed. And if you haven't been told this today, I love you. So, bye.